Hi, my name's David and welcome to DeliBytes. Today I'd like to quickly chat with you about pros and cons of shooting, say, an interview outdoors. While it might seem like it's the same as shooting something indoors, there's actually a number of substantial differences that really should come into your decision making when you're thinking about a location for a piece of content. So first off, the pros. Whilst, say, a little office like this is a nice place to shoot, you're certainly going to feel a much more kind of welcoming and inviting mood if you are shooting outdoors. There is just a breath of fresh air, as it were, that comes with an exterior backdrop, and that really can add some colour and vibrancy to whatever it is that you're shooting. Secondly, sometimes it's completely necessary for whatever it is that you're talking about. So say you're from a company that does fertiliser for gardens, like we've shot in the past, you definitely want to be shooting that in a garden environment. Shooting it in a sterile office wouldn't have the same effect and would be off-brand with whatever message you're expressing. Then the cons. The main thing to keep in mind is that the more control you have over your environment, the easier a shoot is going to go. So if you are shooting in the best environment, say a studio, you've got it completely set up just for filming, you've got complete control of lighting, it's usually soundproofed. If you're shooting in an environment like this office, it's still indoors, we don't have to deal with issues like the weather or pedestrians or anything like that that could be problematic. So if you are shooting outdoors, you need to keep in mind that you could have a number of things pop up that you wouldn't otherwise. Say there's a lot of clouds going in and out, that's changing your lighting all the time. It could start raining at any moment. You could have some random person walk into the back of frame and start causing a disturbance. So every time that you're doing this, you're losing time, you're losing quality of your visuals or your audio, as you really don't have control over if a truck's going past outside. You're going to have to wait until you can shoot that again. The other thing to keep in mind is unless you're shooting on your own private property, you do need permits, no matter how small the shoot, to be able to go out and shoot anything in a public area. So that means that you're going to need to take time in pre-production to get the correct permits for where you may need to shoot, and sometimes that might come with a fee depending on the location where you're shooting. And the final thing to keep in mind, shooting outdoors isn't actually a cheaper option. Because you are losing control over all those elements, you might need extra crew, like a sound recordist, to come on board to be able to monitor when you have issues like a passing plane or anything like that in the background that's going to cause a disturbance with the audio. You also need special filters for the camera. You also need potentially reflectors and different pieces of film equipment to try to get that to look as good as possible. So just keep that in mind. If you do plan to shoot outdoors, there are going to be some additional costs, and there might be a drop in quality depending on the budget and content that you're shooting. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for checking into DeliBytes, and we hope to see you next time.